107.9 WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good morning, this is Lucas with the 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. The Mercer County Gang Task Force meeting is this week. The group will meet on Zoom from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. to discuss local gangs and ways to address these issues. A Mercer County Council meeting is coming up. The Nutrition Activity Forum is tomorrow, December 20th, from 11:30 to 2 p.m. at the Lawrence Township Senior Center. A special service is being held for those struggling with heavy emotions this holiday season. Princeton United Methodist Church's longest night service will be held December 19th at 7 p.m. The West Windsor is preparing for Operation Santa 2023. Starting at 6 p.m. this Wednesday through Friday, Santa will be riding on a fire truck to spread joy to the local community. The West Windsor Plainsboro Regional School District is preparing for the upcoming break. Winter recess begins with a half day on December 22nd and continues through January 1st. For your other stories today, the Princeton Symphonic Brass will be performing their annual Classics and Carols concert on Friday at 7:30 p.m. in the Community Middle School Auditorium. The Nesanic Garden Club Youth Program will be held from 4 p.m. until 4:45 p.m. in the Hillsborough Library Branch. A roast pork dinner will be held by the South Branch Reformed Church from 4 till 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, January 20th. For your weather today, it is currently 40 degrees. It's sunny, and this week it will be sunny with highs in the low to mid-40s. This has been Lucas with your 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Tuesday, December 19th, 2023.
On the radio, on the radio, on the radio.
107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
All right, and we are back on the Great 108. And today we have some fun talks to you. It is Lights On with Eliana,
Dila, and Ishika.
So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun today. I know that this time of year can be a lot to handle, but there's also a lot of things going on. I know last weekend I had a Secret Santa, and this weekend I have a different Secret Santa.
Oh, wow.
So it has been, a little bit chaotic, but my grandparents are coming in tomorrow.
That's nice.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of fun upcoming.
Yeah, I'm excited about this weekend. On Sunday, I am leaving for, this winter religious camp with some friends, but it's going to be in a beach house, so I'm really excited for that.
A beach house winter?
Yes.
I'm super excited for today because it is my mom's birthday. And
Happy birthday to your mom.
I know. I think my mom's listening to the show today.
Very exciting. Hi, Ishika's mom.
Hi, Ishika's mom. Happy birthday.
And I have a Secret Santa on Friday, and I have my friend's birthday also on Friday. We're going to go ice skating, and then we're going to get, food. So
that's fun.
Very fun.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. All of this sounds like so super duper fun, and we're going to have a great show today. So we'll be right back on the Great 108.
20 radio stations came onto this island to see who would be the best. 10 were eliminated after the news round. 9 after the sports round. Only 1 station remains. The station with the student-run shows and all WWP sports. The only station to be named sole survivor. 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Tribe has spoken.
And we are back on the Great 108, and I'm very excited. This is my last show this holiday season until we come back from break. So we are going to do part 3 of my gift ideas for non-gift people, and this one is just going to be about difficult friends. Because I think friends, personally, who I have who love fashion or makeup or art, or even different TV shows that they're really obsessed with, it can be so easy because you can just buy gifts within that concept or that realm.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have some ideas for people who are not so much that. I got my friend Xavier for Secret Santa, and he's a difficult one to buy gifts for because I like to be creative and I don't want to just buy sweatpants and a protein shaker. So
that is so real.
Yeah, that's so real.
All my friends say I'm a very hard gift getter, and I was like,
really?
Oh. Yeah, everyone's like, I don't know what to get you, and I'm like, Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I have some ideas for any of Ishika's friends who need some ideas, or again, that helped me out in the search for my gifts this holiday season. So first up is to find something that you share. A lot of my friends like to go biking or hiking or even running together. We all like to do a lot of outdoor activities. So what I often think of is maybe getting a really nice water bottle for someone who likes hiking, or one of the water packs that you can have on your back while hiking, or lights for bike rides. A lot of my friends like to do biking really late at night. Like sometimes they'll stay up past like 2 a.m.
Real
just
biking?
Yes.
Bike?
Oh my god.
Because, that's just what they enjoy. So I figured some bike lights might be a good way to keep it safe when you're doing that.
Yes, safety is always like first for this.
Yeah, I feel like that's creative because it's something like they could need, but like something that's still like it's a little personal at the same time. I like that. Yeah.
And then next, I also have, something you've just picked up on. Throughout the year, personally, I like to look for things that I'm noticing that they're drawn to, and different things like that, especially when we go out to eat or we go shopping together, or any of the things like that. So one of my friends, this stuck out to me in particular because I hate banana-flavored things, but he really likes banana-flavored things. So every year I buy him a bag of banana Laffy Taffy and usually a banana boba, like the canned bobas, because that's something that we all enjoyed, talking about, and we all shared. Or my friends like candy bars, and one is favorite Twix, and the other has the favorite being Snickers. And recently, I believe the brand that owns both of those candy bars have come out with coffee drinks, like canned coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, I want to try that out.
So that's what I've been doing for them, is buying just some coffee and some different other things, as well as their favorite candy bars, because it's just fun, that you're thinking about them. And then the last idea is to ask for one thing and then come up with more. So I think a lot of times there's different lists for Secret Santas.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you see a bunch of things on that list, I'd recommend going outside of it. Even though all of those things are definitely things that person wants, it's a little bit more special instead of just getting, like I said, like a protein shaker and workout bands, or a protein shaker and sweatpants. Just say, I think they might like this protein powder, and match it with something else. So that's what I did this year, and I think I really recommend all of those tips and tricks to get the best gifts for your friends.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like my friends really like makeup and stuff, so I like sometimes like what Eliana does. Like, if you throughout the year, if you look at what they want and then you just like pick out something, it's like super cool, because right now I know Sephora and Ulta have sales. So if any of your makeup friends want like something super cute, creative, like you could always go check that out. And
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, right now, Ulta has a $10 off your $40 purchase and $20 off your $100 purchase. So if you're spending a lot of money, or you have a lot of friends who like makeup, I definitely recommend taking a trip to Ulta.
That's a good deal.
Absolutely.
That's a good deal.
And we'll be right back on the Great 108.
I've been around the game for 50 years, and I know it can get exciting.
Back to Evan to the right corner, long three, gets it to Falk.
It might get so exciting that you want to celebrate.
Puts it up, blocked by Isaiah Edmonds, recovered by Zavon Johnson.
So naturally, you'd want to light some fireworks.
But under New Jersey athletic law, it's unlawful for any person to possess or use fireworks or similar type of explosives. If you are found in possession of explosives, you will be prosecuted.
This message was brought to you by 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
All right, and we are back, and today, for Tuesday's Thoughts, I'm going to read a little poem for you. Here is Little Tree by E. Cummings. Little tree, little silent Christmas tree, you are so little, you are more like a flower. Who found you in the green forest, and were you very sorry to come away? See, I will comfort you, because you smell so sweetly. I will kiss your cool bark and hug you tight, just as your mother would, only don't be afraid. Look, the spangles, and sleep all night in the ear of the dark box, dreaming of being taken out and allowed to shine the balls and chains of red and gold, fluffy threads. Put in your little arms, and I'll give you them to hold. Every finger shall have its ring, and there won't be a single dark place or unhappy. And then when you're dressed, they will stand in the window for everyone to see, and how they'll stare. Oh, you'll be very proud. And my little sister and I will take hands, and we'll look up at our beautiful tree, and we'll sing Noel, Noel. So I thought this was a very special poem by E. Cummings, who's really a great poet, and, celebrate the Christmas spirit with us. Keep on tuning in, and we'll be right back on the Great 108.
107.9 WWPH
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction.
All right, the plane has reached its maximum altitude. It's time to jump.
1079 FM. It's over the edge.
107.9 WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good afternoon, this is Daniel with the 107.9 FM Sports and Entertainment Flash for Tuesday, December 19, 2023. Australian cricketer is the most expensive player in the league. Mitchell Starc became the most expensive signing in the Indian Premier League history when he was bought for £2.3 million by Kolkata Knight Raiders. Marvel's next big villain is off the screen. Authorities convicted Jonathan Majors of aggravated assault towards his ex-girlfriend. The Saudis' venture into sports will continue to grow. The country will host a Formula One race in 2024 and are looking to invest $5 billion into cricket's Indian Premier League. Yet another famous person has been added to the register. Grigory, better known as Boris Akunin, was added to the extremist and terrorist list in Russia. He was added because he discredited the army and spread fake news. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fell at LAX Los Angeles Airport and broke his hip. Northeast Corridor train is on time. As of 10 o'clock a.m., there's construction on NJ29 northbound south of Leller Street in Trenton. One right lane closed until 2:30 p.m. It's mostly cloudy in Princeton Junction at 40 degrees. We should be seeing similar weather throughout the week in the 40s. This has been Daniel with your 107.9 FM Sports and Entertainment Flash for Tuesday, December 19, 2023.
With news, traffic, and weather, you're never alone listening to 107.9 FM.
And we are back on the Great 108. And now we're going to talk a little bit about some wintry library events. So there's a lot going on at the library this winter, especially in the upcoming time just between this week and also during break. So there's a lot of different things that you can do during the library, and of course it will continue to be updated all the time. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. there will be a viewing of Love Actually that will last until 4:15 p.m. I know this is pretty exciting because my grandpa really loves Love Actually, so
that's nice.
We might go and see that tomorrow. As well as that on Thursday, there is a 6:30 to 7 p.m. DIY snow globe activity for kids ages 11 to 18.
That sounds really fun, actually.
I know, maybe you guys will catch. Yeah.
I will look out for that.
Exactly. Maybe we'll catch all three of us there. Who knows? Also, on Thursday, on the 28th, Thursday the 28th, so not this coming Thursday, but the next Thursday, there's a winter snow magic show for all ages, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So that could be pretty exciting as well. And additionally, on the 28th, there is a New Year's party for kids ages 11 through 18, where there will be crafts, food, and fun from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
That also sounds actually like really fun. Honestly, if there's food and there's like some entertainment, I will be there.
Exactly. Also, for if any of you have this skill that I wish I had, the knit and crochet group called Knitting, Crochet, Etc. is meeting on Friday the 22nd, this coming Friday, and the next Friday, which is the 29th, from 2 to 3:30 p.m. both times. And all of these were at the West Windsor branch, but the upcoming ones are at different branches, including gift wrapping stations this Friday at 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the Hopewell branch, and starting at 3 p.m. at the Ewing branch. And the Hopewell branch will do it again the following Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And there will be a screening of Elf on Saturday for adults 18 and above. And Christmas treats will be provided, of course, as well as cocoa from 2:30 p.m. And onward as you watch Elf. So I hope you take advantage of these ideas. I think a lot of them can be a lot of fun if you make them fun. And we'll be right back on the Great 108.
Don't you ever do that again.
Oops, I did it again.
Don't play with the dial ever again. We have to listen to the Divine 107.9.
And we are back on the Divine 107.9 with lights on. And we're going to do a little bit talking about what is in the news currently. So, this past Sunday, multiple bomb threats were sent out to different places of worship throughout New Jersey on the 17th. A bomb threat at Barnett Temple in Bergen County led to an evacuation of over 100 people, which included kids and employees, which evacuated after the threat, which was sent in an email to one of the employees, but police confirmed that it was a fake email. Additionally, officers from Bergen County and the surrounding towns reported the scene, as well as a K-9 team, to help find out what was happening. A different bomb threat was sent to a Mercer County House of Worship congregation at Sham in Monroe Township, and another one was sent to a place of worship which remains unnamed in Hopewell Township. Hopewell's email said that there was multiple explosives that would detonate in a few hours, according to the email, and police believe that these emails were all connected and all sent out by the same person without any specific connections to places of worship in question. No explosives were found in these locations, and police in these townships are investigating the incident along with multiple federal, state, and county agencies. Anyone with information on these threats is encouraged to contact Hopewell Police Detective Makowski at 609-737-3100. Again, that is 609-737-3100.
And looking at other news in New Jersey, we have a 16-year-old Dainty Pierce of Salem County was found driving a car illegally at over 100 miles per hour before hitting a tree in Pittsburgh on May 3rd, 2022. And at the collision, his passenger, Evan D'Angelo, a 15-year-old, died. And so now, Pierce is now 17 years old, and now he is now being indicted on first-degree aggravated manslaughter and second-degree reckless vehicular homicide charges. And he was offered a 7-year sentence with a minimum serving of 85% if he pleaded guilty. However, he did not plead guilty last Thursday, and so the probable cause of the incident was driving under the influence of THC, and the mother is now being indicted due to endangerment for allowing Pierce to borrow the car in the first place. And so, around 5 seconds before the crash, the vehicle was traveling at 108 miles per hour, and before the crash, it was traveling 104 miles per hour, showing the reckless driving that was occurring at that moment. And so Pierce's next hearing is January 22nd, which is about a month, and his mother's arraignment is set for the 12th of January.
And that is something that's scary. Like, we should always be safe and careful on the roads.
And follow all laws of, like, driving.
Yes, but talking more about some NBA thing, Miles Bridge, a forward for the Charlotte Hornets, was denied access to Canada for the NBA game. This is due to his past felony, which is a domestic abuse that he was charged with in 2022, assaulting the mother of his children. Because of this, he's currently serving 3 years of probation held in for marijuana testing and a 10-year criminal protection order with the victim. Unfortunately, he has alleged to not be in this protection order as found in October of this year, and this case is still pending, but he was suspended for the next 10 games for the season. And the Hornets have lost 4 games in a row since Bridges is a starter, and his absence may encourage a long losing streak here. So let's hope he'll be back, and we'll be right back on the 107.9 FM.
All I need is everything you
The radio station run by your peers is everything you are. WWPH 107.9 FM.
And we are back on the Divine 107.9. We are going to talk a little bit about our last part of the food hosting series, which is desserts. Arguably, by me, the best part of the series. And I made it, so technically I have to be right. So we're going to talk a little bit about different desserts. First off, I would like to recommend that you make cookies galore. Cookies, I think, can be a great centerpiece, even though people don't always use it way, because it's a great way to connect flavor palettes to different desserts and different people. First up, we have different ginger cookies. Normal gingerbread is great, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but you can also try different ways to incorporate the flavor into your cookies. A family favorite in my family is to have a 3-ginger chewy ginger cookie that includes candied ginger, powdered ginger, and of course fresh ginger.
That actually sounds so interesting. I never really had like different types of like gingerbread cookies.
I don't like ginger.
Alright, that's a hot take.
I'm a little bit against ginger.
I don't love it. I'm not obsessed with it, but I will eat it.
All right.
Eliana is like, I love gingerbread.
I know. That's why we have different cookies. So, if you're not a gingerbread fan, I think sugar cookies are always a safe bet, always a crowd pleaser.
Exactly.
And it can be an activity as well if you have different, prep stations so everyone can decorate their own cookie.
Ooh, that sounds nice, actually.
Yeah, so, and additionally, we have bars. I think this can include brownies, blondies, cookie bars, really anything that creates that flavor. But one thing I've seen recently is chai latte bars, which sounds really good to me personally.
Oh, I would like those. But honestly, you could have, like, different flavors of fudges, too. But I love fudge. Like, my mom honestly makes homemade fudges, so these are, like, really easy. And you can, like, use a can of sweet condensed milk, chocolate chips, heavy cream, vanilla, and your fudge is literally done. And it's all in one pot, so it's like you could just leave it there to set. And you can also add white fudge with Christmas colors, add sprinkles, confetti, and drizzle it with a little bit of, like, chocolate sauce, and then you have the perfect fudge ever.
Absolutely, that sounds delicious. And last but not least, I'd like to recommend meringues because they kind of fall under the cookie idea, but they are a great way to easily manipulate the flavor palette. I think peppermint, chocolate, and almond meringues are probably my favorite go-tos. And I'd recommend making both meringues and egg yolk cookies if you don't already make those, because it can use the full egg instead of having leftover yolks or leftover whites. And they can cook low and slow for at least 4 hours, but they only take 15 minutes to prep, so they can be a great way to save time in the long end. We'll be right back on The Great 108.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Only on 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
107.9 WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good afternoon, this is Daniel and Lucas with the 107.9 FM Roundup Flash for Tuesday, December 9th, 2023. The number of people poisoned by mushrooms in the state are not set to increase next year, but this year 159 people were poisoned, which is 22% more than the year before.
Lava from a volcano in Europe will not flow to important population centers and power plants. The volcano eruption in Iceland was anticipated to erupt for months before it actually did.
The local basketball team does not stop winning. The Princeton Tigers men's basketball team won a game against Drexel last weekend, 81-70.
A perfect decision led to a coach winning a major award. Washington Huskies coach Kalen DeBauer won the AP Coach of the Year award after leading his team to an undefeated season and a playoff spot. The Huskies will play Texas on New Year's Day at 8:45 p.m. Eastern.
Details of an upcoming video game are being leaked online and held at ransom. Hackers demanded $2 million from Sony-owned Insomniac to keep details of their future superhero games private.
Temporary parking is now banned on Witherspoon Street in Princeton due to a radical transformation to a pedestrian street.
Seniors at South are being reminded to prepare for their upcoming Disney trip. Please turn in all medical paperwork to Mr. Leventhal or Mr. Coburn.
As of 9 a.m., there's construction on NJ29 in Trenton. One right lane closed until 3 p.m. The Northeast Corridor train is running on time.
We're getting partly sunny weather in Princeton Junction at 41 degrees. Expect the same conditions with or without clouds in the 40s for the coming days. This has been Daniel and Lucas with your 107.9 FM Roundup Flash for Tuesday, December 19th, 2023.
How long will 107.9 FM be on the airwaves?
Eternity.
That's awesome. Such a good radio station. Is there anywhere that I can't get 107.9 FM? I'm traveling around the world and I want to listen.
The Void.
Great. We'll be able to listen to the best radio station all over the world.
Are there parallel universes? Is there more than one of you? More than one of me?
If you're right, then that means there could be another 107.9. It's the best news I've heard in a long time. Keep listening to the greatest high school radio station in this universe, 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Woohoo! I got into college! Senioritis, here I come. I can just chill for the rest of the year and not have to do any work for school at all.
That's not true. If the college finds out you're getting really bad grades, they could rescind your acceptance.
Aw, they're not gonna find out.
They could, and even if they don't, it doesn't matter. You still have to maintain an A average and get an A fourth marking period, or else you're gonna have to take your finals.
Sweet nibblets! I guess I had to put in effort for the rest of the year.
This has been a message brought to you by 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Regina George is flawless.
I hear her hair's insured.
I hear she does commercials. One time she met John Stamos on a plane.
I hear she listens to 107.9 FM. That's so fetch.
And we are back with our game break. Today we're going to go through our laugh track. It'll be me and Dila today on the laughs, and we'll see how many great jokes that we can get through today.
Yes.
What is green and covered in Christmas lights and Christmas bulbs and goes ribbit?
A frog.
A mistletoe.
Oh my god. Okay. How do sheep say Merry Christmas to each other?
Feliz Navidad.
What is every parent's favorite Christmas song? Silent Night.
What happened to the man who stole the advent calendar?
He got 25 days. What did the wise men say after they offered up their gifts of gold and frankincense?
Wait, there's myrrh. What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire?
Frostbite. What does Santa suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney?
Claustrophobia.
That's actually creative. Okay, what do you call Santa when he stops moving? A Santa pause.
How do you help someone who got lost in their Christmas spirit?
You nurse them back to elf. What do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop?
A rebel with a clause.
What reindeer game do reindeer play at sleepovers? Truth or Dare?
What's every elf's favorite type of music?
Rap.
What is the absolute best Christmas present?
A broken drum. You can't beat it. Too good.
Too good.
And the last one. What did the gingerbread man put on his bed?
A cookie sheet.
Oh my god. These are too good. I love these so much.
Yeah, we have so many smiling faces, just, absolutely bent over in laughter in the studio, as I'm sure you can hear in the background.
They enjoyed it a lot, guys. Trust.
Yeah, this is everyone's favorite.
This is peak funny we'll get.
Exactly. And with that, we'll be right back on The Great 108.
Hey, Superman, how'd you get your powers?
I listened to 107.9.
Really? I thought it was all the kryptonite.
Nah, you wrong.
All right. So next up, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Santa Claus. So, Santa, or Saint Nick, or Kris Kringle, or whatever your name for him is, has been one of the most beloved figures in history since 280 AD. So here's a little bit of background on the jolly old fellow. He was born in about 280 AD in Patara, which is near Myra in modern-day Turkey. He's also known to have given away all of his inherited wealth and traveled to places like the countryside to help poor and sick people.
One popular story is when he saved 3 sisters from a future in slavery or prostitution by paying for their death, and he died on December 6th in 343 AD, and that is the day that now is a feast day, and it's lucky on that day to get married.
Yeah, also, after his death, his popularity only grew. Obviously, he did so many tremendous acts to help save people who were in need. And one thing is that Dutch families in America were said to be the first to celebrate in the U.S. by gathering to honor his death in the December of 1773 and 74 in New York. Additionally, Santa was first popularized in his image in 1809 by Washington Irving, when he was referred to as St. Nicholas in the Sinterklaas, which is one of the first typical Santa stories, with the stocking being filled with treats and different fruits. And also he was referred to as the patron saint of New York. In 1890s, his first appearance was famous as the Mall Santa Claus, where jobless men dressing up to collect money for Salvation Army, which has been going on for a long time, dressed up very similar to Santa Claus, and they rang bells on streets, and that has continued ever since.
Exactly, and so in 1822, Clement Clark Moore also helped popularize Santa's image and traditions that surround the famous figure. So he wrote, "'Twas the night before Christmas for his daughters," and this was the first time Santa was pictured as a mystical creature with a sleigh and powers to travel up and down chimneys and with the jolly look.
So I think this is all very interesting because obviously Santa is real. But he kind of, the idea of him spawned from a real person who was just such a helpful, citizen and would always care about others and became this almost mythical creature that we now talk about today. So, no matter whether you believe in Santa or not, this is a reminder to carry the spirit of giving gratitude and joy with you everywhere you go, not just during the holiday season.
Exactly.
I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about this, and we'll be right back.
I'll ask you one last time. What is the greatest radio station ever?
Okay, I'll tell you. It's 107.9 FM.
Ha! I knew it was the Great 108.
All right, and we are back on the Great 108, and we're going to say our goodbyes right now. It has been Eliana,
Dila,
and Ishika
on Lights On WWPH in Princeton Junction 107.9. Thank you for listening, and definitely be tuned in this week. We have tomorrow's show with Dila.
Yes.
And Thursday, we have our holiday freeform show. Everyone's going to be in the studio, and Ishika is engineering. So keep on tuning in. Again, this is 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction. Bye.